my writing, right? So I have different voices I use as an attractive character. So what we have to do is we have to figure out what is the attractive character's voice. I need to make sure that whatever AI is making for me sounds like me as the attractive character. This is the reason why so many people go out there and they're like, hey, I had AI write an email for me. It didn't sound like me at all. It made me sound stupid. Or I wrote a VSL and it didn't sound like me. How many of you guys have ever said that before? Right? It's like, it did it, but it just doesn't sound like me. If that's you, type in angry. Like, I hate AI because it doesn't sound like me. I saw one of my friends, big marketer, literally last week. AI sucks at writing emails. I was like, oh, it's because you don't, like, because you're dumb, you're not following my process, okay? Yeah, everyone's like, Greg, you've done it before, okay? And the reason why is because AI has to know your voice, okay? And I need to know, like, here's my voice if I'm writing a book, but here's my voice if I'm writing an email. Here's my voice if I'm doing a webinar. Here's my voice if I'm doing a VSL. So I have different voices. I have to capture those voices, okay? So the way I capture my voice, oh yeah, and this is, sorry, here's my image. This is you, like, you create a VSL and you're watching, like, this doesn't sound like me. It sounds like a used car salesman. Like, it pulled out some poop brownies off the internet and it made me sound like a used car salesman. Like, I don't want that, right? I gotta find the right voice. I capture the voice. So what I do is, next thing I do is I say, if I'm doing a VSL, let me find every VSL I've ever recorded or every YouTube video, whatever it is. I find all of those, right? I transcribe them, and then I give those to AI and said, this is what I sound like, okay? So number one, next slide. Number one, you know exactly what the output has to look like, okay? This is the framework of the perfect VSL or webinar or email, whatever it is, right? Number two, this is what I sound like. It has to sound just like me. It's gotta have my mannerisms, my weird things I do, like it has to have my personality. If the personality of the attractive character is not weaved into the messaging, the whole thing falls apart, okay? So that's number two. We'll talk about number three in a second. But if you guys understand that, type voice in the comments. Okay, voice, yes. Okay, so we have swipe files and we have voice. Those are the first two things you have to have. Okay, voices are flying. You guys are getting this, right? Okay, all right. Now we're gonna move on to number three. So I've got the swipe files, I've got my voice, and then number three is what I call a creative director. Okay, so what happens is somebody's got to sit down with the attractive character and say, you're making a VSL? Tell me some of your frameworks. Tell me your stories. Tell me, it's going to pull these ideas out of you, okay? Because if you're like, hey, AI, build me video sales letters, like, okay, and it writes you a script. Now, here you go, and you're like, duh, right? But then you go, hey, here's the perfect swipe file. Okay, writes you a really good one. Be like, that doesn't sound like me. Can you do it again? Boom. Now, it sounds like me. Awesome, but that's not what I'm selling. My stories aren't in there. You don't even know my stories, right? So the third thing is I have to create a director to pull out the context, okay? It's got to extract the stories, the frameworks from the attractive character. The things that are going to be weaved into the email or the webinar or the VSL. Does that make sense? You guys getting this? Okay, so what I would do as creative director is I would go talk to AI and say, okay, and I'm gonna show you guys, we built some cool tools to make this easy for you. I'll show you in a minute, but conceptually I want you to understand. So you come right here, and the creative director comes out and asks questions. So I'm gonna answer questions about myself, and it's gonna pull out a framework. It's gonna pull out a story. Here's my potato gun story. It's gonna pull out one of my frameworks, hook story offer. It's gonna pull all these things out of it, right? It pulls those things out and extracts the stories from the attractive character, extracts the frameworks from the attractive character, okay? And now it knows exactly what this video sales or webinar email is actually about, okay? So now what it does, 7-figure shortcut, is it takes the perfect swipe file. So here's the exact structure of what the perfect thing looks like. Here's the voice of the attractive character, so it sounds like the attractive character. And number three, here's all the stories and the frameworks from the attractive character that we're gonna weave into this swipe file structure, and then this is the thing. And by putting those three things together, you guys, is the secret to the AI shortcut, to be able to create something that is going to potentially, and again, I can't say income claims, I'm not, but this is how you get something that's gonna be really, really good that's actually going to work, okay? This is the way that I built that very first VSL, because again, I didn't understand AI, I didn't understand any of those things, but I did understand these three things, right? Swipe files. I gotta pull out the perfect video sales letter swipe files to be able to give AI the structure I need. Number two, I gotta make sure it sounds just like me and pull the best things of me speaking. And number three, here's the stories and the frameworks I wanna weave into this video sales letter. And I have those three things, put them into AI, and then boom. What normally would have taken me 6 weeks to write, okay? The video sales letter, if you've watched it, it's 50 minutes long, 50, almost an hour long, okay? It took me about 3 or 4 hours to gather all these three things. I plugged it into AI, and then I wrote it, and it wrote the entire thing in less than an hour, okay? And we've gone on to launch that. Like I said, it has been running, we spent $1 million a month in ads towards it, and it's been blowing up, okay? So that's the 7-figure shortcut. You guys getting this? Okay, type in shortcut if you guys are understanding this. Someone's saying, which tool did you use? We'll get to that. Don't stress out, okay? All right, shortcut, you guys are getting, okay? So again, here's the process. Number one, you extract all the stories and the frameworks. You take those stories and you plug them through the attractive character's voice, and then from that you plug it into the perfect swipe file, and from there out the back pops a really, really good output that can actually make you money. Okay? Take a screenshot of that. Everyone get your phone out, take a screenshot of this, because that is the 7-figure AI shortcut. That is something right there. Companies are paying us insane amounts of money to come consult them on how to use AI to actually make money. That's the big aha. That's the big secret. Okay? So make sure you get a picture. You guys got a picture of that? If you've got it, type got it in, so make sure you get it, because you're going to come back. Show us that picture again, Russell. I don't want to lose the framework. Okay, you got it good. This is it, you guys. This is a 7-figure AI shortcut. If you can understand this, you can wield AI to make you insane amounts of money. Okay, it's literally what I did in my very first AI test, which was this video right here. Okay, again, found all of Gore's VSLs, got the output, fed AI my voice, and I fed it all my stories, my frameworks. Output in an hour, wrote this entire VSL, created it, launched it, and boom, there you go, okay? So that is the 7-figure AI shortcut. You guys getting this? How are you guys feeling right now? You're getting it? Okay, if you learn nothing else beside that right there, you guys, that's worth $1 million to you right now, and you got it for free, coming to the challenge and hanging out, okay? Now, we're only 1 hour into day number 1. We got some more cool things today, but then also, we've got the rest of this week that's gonna be insane. So hopefully that alone was enough to get you guys, okay, this is worth my time. I'm showing up tomorrow. I'm not gonna miss it. I'm gonna show up next time. I'm not gonna miss it, because we're layering on these strategies for you guys, and then we're gonna start weaving it into what AI, what software, how does it work? And so that's kind of game plan. Does that sound good? Okay, all right. It's time to get our hands dirty. How many of you guys want to actually do something and get our hands dirty and actually create something amazing? If that's you, type in dirty hands. I'm so bad at always calling it out. Like, I see some presenters always have like the perfect phrase. You type in dirty hands fast. Good job. All right, dirty hands. Let's get our hands dirty. Okay. So as you guys know, when you registered for this challenge, we had a VIP. Do you guys remember? The VIP gave you guys the VIP sessions every single day. It gave you the replays to everything. And it also gave you guys a 14-day trial to a new software tool called MarketingSecrets.ai. And I saw during the VIP, everyone's like, when is it going to launch? When's this live? It's live. If you go to MarketingSecrets.ai and log in right now, you can go inside, but don't do it yet, because I'm gonna show you guys something first. I want to walk you guys through what we're doing, okay? So I'm gonna show you guys how to use this first, and then you have a chance to actually go in there and do some crazy cool stuff, okay? Does that sound good? All right, here we go. So I told you guys this is the framework for the 7-figure AI shortcut. Today, we're gonna do this piece together. Okay? We're gonna help you to figure out your attractive character's voice inside the software. And it's gonna do some crazy things. It's not only gonna help you find your voice, it's also gonna extract all your stories, all your hooks, it's like the dream thing I built for myself, and now you guys are gonna get this, because it's insane.
I keep seeing questions about like, what if I don't have a voice? Like, what if I don't know? What if I've never recorded anything before? Like, I'm just getting started, I don't know. And like, this is gonna help you. This is gonna help that.
This is gonna make it so simple for you guys. It's gonna blow your mind, okay? All right, again, this is gonna become the foundation for everything else you do inside of AI, okay? From your marketing, from your sales, from your, like everything else comes back to this piece right here, which is the attractive character voice, okay? If you get nothing else out of this entire week other than understanding and learning and building this out, it'll be worth its weight in gold, okay? So this foundation will become the foundation for everything. Okay, and then remember I told you earlier, we're actually gonna give you the sexy thing as well. We're gonna help turn your attractive character voice into software that you can give to people, where you can have your software coach people based on your ideas, your frameworks, your stories, and this is built into the Marketing Secrets app. So you guys will get this just for hanging out today, which is gonna be amazing. Okay, and there's literally people selling their version of this for $6,000 a year or more. So you can use it though to you can use it for lead generation, you can use it as a bonus, you can actually just sell access to it as a thing. Like, this is all something you're gonna have done today when you guys finish the homework. Does that sound good? Yeah, Jeanette said, wow, thank you. Jen said, oh yeah. Okay, if you want that, say, oh yeah, because this is gonna be our gift for you guys for hanging out today. Oh yeah, let's get it. Okay, all right. Okay, so again, you have something you can give away or add to your offers and make it more valuable. Okay, so I'm gonna show you guys how to use MarketingSecrets.ai, okay? So MarketingSecrets.ai, the way that I think about it in my head is this is basically all of the frameworks that I teach inside these books, okay? .com secrets, expert secrets, traffic secrets. We're turning all of these frameworks into software, okay? And I'm not done with all of them yet. This is the big, it took me a decade to write these books. So we're turning them into software, because what's crazy about this, I look at the last decade as we've been doing ClickFunnels together, right? People would come and they would read the books, and they create a ClickFunnels account, and then they had to go like basically take the ideas from here and figure it out on their own, and then go and create their Dream 100, create their this, and they had to figure it out on their own. But even with that, the fact they had to read a book, use our software, we have, I think, I think we're over 3,500 people have won a Two Comma Club award.
Yep.
I don't remember the numbers. It's like 200, 300 people that won Two Comma Club X award by taking these frameworks and just applying them on their own. And so what the goal with Marketing Secrets of AI was to take all of these individual frameworks that are in here and just make it software. So it makes it way easier. So that's kind of, if you look at from the outside, that's what Marketing Secrets AI is taking all these books and turning it into software for you to be able to execute on things faster. Because if in a decade we got 3,500 people who won Two Comma Club award, what can we do now if we take these things and turn them into software? I would love to see, like, maybe it's a year, maybe, I don't know. We'll find out what it looks like, okay? But that's what Marketing Secrets AI kind of is. Now, when Todd and I started building that, well, I built one app inside by myself, so I feel like a programmer.
Absolutely.
Todd and the rest of our team did most of the work, but we kind of thought about this initially, okay? The very first thing that you have to understand about how Marketing Secrets AI works, because other people have software, it's not the same, but I've seen other people, they go and they have like 1,000 agents. Like, there's an agent that's your copywriter, an agent that's your traffic guy, an agent and like 55 different agents. And I was like, we should build it that way. And Todd's like, no, we can't. Instead, we got to build Marketing Secrets AI where everything's focused on one chief of staff that's running things. And I didn't understand it at first, and then he showed me how he's running the entire software development of everything we're doing through one chief of staff. I was like, I'd love you to talk about just the psychology of, and we talked about the VIP session a little bit, but psychology of looking at how to run your projects based on a chief of staff versus having a million different little agents.
Yeah, so the way I think I phrased this with you when we were talking about it is like, do you want to have a bunch of outsourcers that are specialized in different areas, or would you rather have one chief of staff on your team that you talk to him and him or her, right? And they figure it out, right?
Super agent,
like
right?
One super agent, and you're like, yeah, I mean, if that was possible, and it's like, well, that's where things are going. And AI is moving so fast that even if you don't feel like there's quality in that right now, it's like there will be very, very soon. So like basically the idea behind it is exactly how I operate things today. I have one primary agent which has all the memory, all the context on all the different projects we're working on, the conversations that you and I are having, the videos you've shared to me, like all the things we're talking about are in this agent's brain. So that agent is able to go work on any project we want and spin up ideas that I hadn't even thought about, right? Like I might be like, hey, this is the idea, we're gonna work on this. And they're like, oh, that's great. It actually correlates with something Russell's working on over here. We should plug in this. And I'm like, oh, that's amazing. Like we should do that. Like we were talking about it on the VIP, like we had built, I don't know, 20 different apps over the past like 2 months probably, like literally, like, and by being able to build that fast and have like this central brain for everything, we were able to surface ideas that made sense for this week even. So super cool.
It's really cool when you see how Todd does it. Like his chief of staff is connected to like every one of his calls. Like it shows that every Zoom call, and it's getting the transcripts and it pulls back the information. And then it's in Slack, and it's looking Slack messages. And so when Todd and I have a conversation now, it's not just me talking to Todd and us brainstorming. He pulls in his chief of staff, and then like I'll ask Todd a question. He's like, hey, EA, what do you think about this? And it goes out. It's like, well, based on blah 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 blah. And it comes back, and it's like, yeah, it pulls all this information, and it's so crazy. And so that's kind of the way we built. Marketing Secrets is very similar, where you log in, you have the chief of staff that can do everything for you.
Yeah, and as I'm like building out mine and working on these new things, we're bringing all the insights that are cutting edge that we're experimenting with into this platform. So as I learn better ways to make the memory systems work, to be able to like keep project management isolated, but also share information and all this, it's complex to get working well. As we do that, we bring that back into this software as we solidify those methods. So
yeah, it's so cool. So throw slides back up. So chief of staff, when you log into the Marketing Secrets.ai, you'll see here's the chief of staff, and this is your little person who you communicate with, right? And it works just like a chatbot on ChatGPT or Claude or anything. Now, this was powerful because this is one of the number one concerns that we had when we were getting ready for this challenge. I was talking to my inner circle members, talking to our coaching clients, talking to my friends, like talking to everybody, trying to figure out like, and this is one of the things everyone gets stuck with. I'm curious if this is for you, okay? The problem is people are like, well, I don't know which one to use because someone told me that Claude was the best. Someone else told me that this was, or this was, and this is the best for images, this is the best for research, this is the best for whatever. And the reality is that's true, okay? I know for me, it's like, and again, the market shifts all the time, but I know that in my mind, Perplexity is the best thing for research. So I go to Perplexity and I research stuff and it pulls back all this amazingness. And I'm like, but Claude is the best for writing. So I have to copy and paste everything and then move it over to Claude. And I'm like, hey, Claude, here's something up for Perplexity. Help me write this thing. And then it writes something. And then I'm like, okay, now I need to go create slides. So I copy it, and my best slide one is like Manus. So I move it over and so I'm copying from thing to thing to thing. And it's a nightmare. It's one of my biggest frustrations. And I was telling Todd this. He's like, well, we can build a chief of staff so that if you ask it a research question, it goes and it actually hits Perplexity and does the research and brings it back here to chief of staff. And they feel like, I want it to write something, and go and can ping Claude and can write it and then bring it back and so on and so forth. That's my understanding.
Yeah, that's exactly how it works. Literally right now, you'll see on like the chat in the UI there, you can go in and you can pick a model. So you can basically be like, I just want to talk to Perplexity. Like you're talking to the exact same Perplexity that if you go to perplexity.com and pay whatever their monthly fee is now, it's right there. It's just built in. You can ask it a one-off question as for your deep research. Or if you just talk to your chief of staff agent, you tell it you want it to go off and do deep research around a topic, it'll go and likely pick Perplexity Deep Research to literally do the research, bring it back into context in relationship to your memories, in relationship to all the other work you've done, all the other apps that you're interacting with, which we haven't even talked about that, but all the other stuff that's in the platform, all right in one spot. So you don't need monthly subscriptions to 30 different tools. Literally, we're putting all of them right here. Yeah. So a lot of you probably, like, I mean, I know I do. I pay hundreds of dollars a month for tools that I use like maybe 3 times a month. And then like the other ones, I've got my favorite ones of the time period, like based on what I'm doing that I'm working with. And now you no longer have to actually do that. You no longer have to use all the different subscriptions, especially depending on your use cases, right? Yeah.
Yeah, I think that alone, a lot of you guys, it should be amazing. And I see in the comments, people like, wait, what do you mean? Like again, if you go to, like I have a ChatGPT Pro account or whatever, so I pay $200 a month ChatGPT, $200 a month for Claude, $200 a month for Manus, $200 a month. So I'm kind of have all the subscriptions. What's cool about this is we're pinging it through their API. So you'll notice like when you type it, it's a little slower than maybe if you're going directly to ChatGPT, but it's going through, it pings their API. And so you don't have to have an account at 5 or 6 different things, right? And as long as you're inside the marketing secrets, it pings the API, we pull it back for you. And so even if you don't have an account, it doesn't matter because we have an account with it from the API. I'm saying it right.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
Look, I want to make sure I understand it right. Yeah, it's pulling things back and it pulls it all in one spot. Now, what's cool about this is let's say next month, Perplexity starts not doing very good and then new super magic AI bot becomes better at research. Todd just plugs that in the back end and now it stops hitting Perplexity. It's this one instead. And if Claude starts getting bad at writing and ChatGPT gets, like just this last week, ChatGPT's images got better than the other one. And so it's like shifted over there. And so like what's nice is you don't have to stress about what's the best thing today. You just talk directly inside of to your chief of staff inside of Marketing Secrets, and it'll literally do the best thing today. And if the best thing tomorrow is different, it changes. That's why earlier everyone's like, hey, Russell, which AI did you use? Like, it doesn't matter, okay? It'll use the best one for you. If Claude's the best writer right now, then it'll use Claude. If something else is best, it'll use that for you. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
If you guys are getting this and thinking this is way easier than me having 40 different subscriptions, type in no more subscriptions in the comments down below. Yeah, it's so much more simple, you guys. That's what we're trying to build, because partially it was annoying for me, but also for most of our people in our community, they're like, this is so hard because I'm using 5 different things. I have to copy and paste, where now it pings the best one, brings it all back, and it's in one spot all together. Okay. Anything else you want to add on that? Or is that kind of...
No, that's awesome. That's exactly how it works. Yeah. We did that with images. Like you said, we just updated the images. So it has GPT Image 2. It has Nano Banana 2. Like it has all the best ones. And you don't have to like go back and like be like, wait, so do I need a subscription for Gemini now? Like, no, it's all right here. Just use this.
Yeah. I want to explain what some of you guys are asking, like, how does this actually work? So as you guys know, you have a trial right now. When you sign up for VIP, you got a trial to this. You have access to the trial. And with the trial, you get a certain amount of credits every single month. And VIP people ask, like, what are credits? How does that work? And it's very similar to like how cell phones used to work back in the day, where it's like you have a cell phone agreement, and for the cell phone agreement, you get X amount of hours for free, and then if you go over, then it costs so much per credit. That's how every AI system works right now. ChatGPT, Claude, everything is you pay X amount per month, and if you go over that, then you pay for credits. So the same thing's happening here is you pay whatever the base is for the software, and you can use as much as you want, and if you run out of credits, then it just bills you for the credits. And so, but you're not having to pay $200 a month for 10 different services. It's just you pay the flat fee of Marketing Secrets, and then if you go overage, then you pay for that, but that's kind of how it works. Is that making sense, you guys? You guys getting this? Okay. All right. So how you get access to that? When you log into Marketing Secrets AI, you can click on the software tab right there. Boom. And then it'll take you right there. And, oh, sorry, I'm jumping ahead. Okay. All right. Sorry, that was the end of a thought. So that's the first thing, okay? Next thing, okay? I'm going to show you guys something really cool. How many of you guys have ever used ChatGPT for a while, and then you moved from ChatGPT to Claude, and you felt like, in fact, I'm gonna give you a good analogy for this, okay? Again, I haven't dated for a long time. My wife and I have been married for like 25 years, so I don't know how dating actually works, but I think in my mind it's kind of like this, right? You go on a date for a bunch of time, you get to know someone, you tell stories back and forth, and you build a good relationship, but then you break up with the person, and you go on a date with someone new, and it's like, oh, I gotta tell this person everything about myself again, like who you are and your backstory and like what you like and what you don't like. You start a whole new relationship, okay? The same thing is true when you are going with with AI, right? So I used ChatGPT initially for 2 years all by itself. So I had ChatGPT, I was doing AI, and it started getting to know me really good. I felt like I had this rapport with it, and then everyone's like, ChatGPT is no good anymore. Now we got to move over to Manus, or whatever it was. So I moved over to Manus, and I started this relationship. It's like, oh, Manus knows nothing about me. So I'm like, okay, hey, my name's Russell. This is what I like. This is my taste. This is, and I start this whole conversation. And so I spent 6 months with Manus. So eventually it knew me, and like we had this great relationship. And then everyone's like, Manus sucks. Claude's the best. I'm like, oh. So I break up with Manus. I go over to Claude, and it's like starting a new relationship. First date. Hey, Claude, my name's Russell Brunson. Let me tell you about myself, right? And it was frustrating. And it kept happening. How many of you guys have gone through that AI dating first date experience? If that is, type in AI dating. Okay? Yes, AI dating. Yeah, someone said it sucks. Yeah, it's a nightmare. And so I was venting to Todd, and Todd's like, well, what if we just build a super brain? I'm like, what does that mean? So when you go inside of Marketing Secrets AI, we built a super brain. So you go click on software, it'll take you to a spot here that says the brain. You click on the brain, and it's going to pull up the brain. And so I'll try to explain this Russell version, and I'll try to tell you guys what is actually true. So with the brain, what's cool about this is everything that's happening, it'll store those things. It stores memories inside the brain here. Okay, so it starts storing all these different memories. So as you're doing stuff with Chief of Staff, and you're getting this and that, it starts to get to know you, gets to know your voice better, and it upgrades the brain and starts saving all these memories over time. Okay. Number two, so that's the first part. Number two then is you can actually feed the brain. So you can go back and you can look at your ChatGPT history. So I did this last night actually. It was kind of fun. And I said, ChatGPT, show me all the memories, and it pulls them up.
Yep.
And I can copy them and I can paste them here. Now it knows everything from ChatGPT. And I went to Manus, I copied all my memories. I went over to Claude, so I copied all my memories, and they're all stored here in this one spot. And one thing was interesting, and I'm going to tell you this, I learned this last night from Todd. I was like, ChatGPT, I've used it for 2 years, and it only had like maybe 24 memories. And I was like, where happened to all the rest of it? And do you want to tell me what you told me? Because I was like, where did they all go?
Yeah, I mean, like, they just choose not to store it, right? Like, that's the short version. Like, the AI basically gets to pick what it stores, and for whatever reason, they basically have chosen not to store all the memories, right? So what we do is, like, we're much more aggressive on that. So we're able to remember every conversation, every single piece, every single detail. So when you're going back through it, I mean, it's all there. Yeah. Like, that's the short version. Like, and there's other tools like Manus that don't even have cross conversation memory, like, unless you literally go in and explicitly set it up. Like, so ours actually, like, in that Chief of Staff, as you were talking about setting up, you can like just talk to the AI and it's going to remember things. And if you explicitly tell it to remember things, it will definitely remember the thing, right? And then you open up a new conversation and it remembers the things from the previous conversations and the other things that are happening. So yeah.
So cool. So again, step number one is you go back and it starts building this brain out for you. Number two is anywhere you've had other places, you can start copying it and copying it over. And then the third thing, oh yeah, here's an example of me doing that yesterday. So I copied over all my ChatGPT stuff and I fed the brain. Now it's getting smarter and smarter. And then third thing, which is cool, is because a lot of you guys are still going to use other agents. Like maybe you use Marketing Secrets for a lot of stuff, but you still use Claude because you want co-work and code and stuff like that. You can actually take the brain, you can take this little piece of code, you connect it to ChatGPT or Claude or whatever you're using, and then as you're doing stuff in these other platforms, it'll feed the brain back here. So that way, everything is centralized and it's stored in one spot. And that way, if also you decide, I want to start using Perplexity, you can just link to it and Perplexity will go back, look at the brain, it has everything it needs. Or if you're in Chief of Staff, all the brain's there all the time, okay? It doesn't get deleted after a couple weeks or a couple months. It's always there, growing, evolving, getting better and better and better.
Yeah, that's super powerful and important to like double click on, I think. But the fact that like, even if you are going to continue using Perplexity directly, Claude directly, whatever your tool of choice is, like, the memory shared amongst these systems once you hook them all together. This acts as a central hub. I think everyone needs this, and for whatever reason, the big AI companies don't want to play nicely with each other like this, so it requires a third party like us to create the brain, and now you can plug that into Perplexity, into Claude, into Manus,
which, by the way, check
ChatGPT.
Out, that's my slide. Yeah, let's go.
Use it everywhere,
We're thinking on the same path, yes.
Absolutely. And so I see like questions about how do I see this? How do I log in and stuff? Support at marketingsecrets.com is an option if you like didn't get the email or login or whatever. And how do people go get VIP?
I'll show you in a second.
Okay.
I'm going to show you. Cool. I want you guys focusing here so you understand it first. Then we'll show you exactly where you're at. We'll show you the login in like 2 minutes. We're almost there, I promise. I just want to make sure when you show up, you understand, okay? So again, the first thing you went through is like, we showed you guys how Chief of Staff works. Number two, this is how the brain works. And if you're like, but Russell, how am I going to remember all this? You're talking too fast. The coolest thing is that every feature inside of Marketing Secrets AI, we create what's called a sprint. So sprint is a training to show you exactly how to do it. So as soon as we get off this call, you can jump into the sprint. You click on sprint, it's going to pop up and you're like, show me the brain sprint. You click on there and there's like 5 videos that take I don't know, 12 minutes to watch, and it'll walk you through exactly how to do it. So don't stress. It's going to be like all the training's in there on exactly how to go and make sure the brain's working for you. Gio said, I'm talking too fast. It's a good thing you're a VIP so you can get the replays and slow me down if you want to. All right. Sarah says, I am so in. This is so cool. Very, very cool. Okay. So you click on that, and then again, watch the sprint, and you watch sprint tonight, and it'll show you exactly how to do it. We're more kind of showing what's possible, and then you can dive in here and actually start using it. Okay. So that's the basics of what Marketing Secrets AI is, okay? All right, so now I want to give you guys your secret mission for tonight. This is your homework for today. You guys up for secret mission? If you are, type in secret mission. I want a secret mission. Okay, because before you show up tomorrow, I want the secret mission done. Okay? All right, I told you guys that the 7-figure shortcut is based on these 3 things, right? Swipe files, attract character voice, and extracting stories, okay? Today, your secret mission is to actually start doing this. Start actually getting your attractive character voice plugged into Marketing Secrets AI, because you're going to be using this when it's writing emails for you, when it's doing VSLs for you, when it's creating webinars for you, like all the cool things it's going to be doing, social content for YouTube. Like Marketing Secrets AI is going to be doing all the stuff that you learned about in these books. It's going to be doing it for you. But if you read all 3 of these books, the core foundation of all of these is the attractive character voice. So your core foundation for today is to go and actually plug in your attractive character voice. And this is one of the coolest things for me about the software, so I'm gonna walk you guys through how to do it, okay? Here's how you add your attractive character voice. On the sidebar, there's a little button that says, let's say software. You click on software, and it's gonna, here's a bunch of software. You can click on what says attractive character. You click on that, and it takes you to this like the page. Okay, now you can set up multiple attractive character voices if you want. Okay, so I set up one for Russell Brunson. I set up one for Coach Russell Brunson, because this is the one that's doing my AI coaching that you'll see here in a little bit. But I could set up one for Dan Kennedy. I could do Napoleon Hill. I could do one for my kids or my wife. So you can set up multiple attractive character voices. Okay, but you're gonna create a character, and then you're gonna name that character and call it yourself. Call it Todd Dickerson, Russell Brunson. You type it in, very simple, okay? Now just create an attractive character voice, okay? Create an attractive character. Now inside of there, you're gonna go and you're gonna add different voices. Now remember I told you before that I have, there's a writing, the way I write my books, there's one voice. This is my voice writing style for books, okay? But the way I write my emails is a different voice. Okay, this is one reason why people have AI, it sucks, is like, it wrote an email, but it sounds like my books, and no one's gonna buy based on my books, right? Or it takes the way you write your emails and it weaves it into your books, and all of a sudden it's like, this doesn't look like a book, it looks like an email. It's all these ellipses and weird stuff, right? And so I create a different voice profile for every different type of thing I might be doing, okay? So I come down here, next button, I click on New Voice, and it pops up. It's like, okay, here's the voice. Here's my coaching voice. Here's my email voice. Here's my, what's the stage voice, my video voice, my social voice. And you can add your own in there as well, right? So you go and you create an actual voice. And you can create as many voices as you want, okay? We're gonna create a voice. And so in this example, I created my book writing voice, okay? So I created a voice, and then what I do is I took the Word documents of my 3 books, I copied and I pasted it in, and then Marketing Secrets AI goes and it reads all 3 of my books. It takes like 2 minutes, it's kind of crazy. Yeah. It reads all 3 of my books. And then from that, it says, okay, this is Russell's voice style sheet. This is how Russell writes books. He talks like this, he does this, he never does this, he always does this. Every single chapter starts like this, and so it has everything about how I actually write my 3 books all in here. So now if I want to use Marketing Secrets to write a book, it's not going to throw out crap. It's going to say, well, based on Russell's voice style sheet for chapter number 1, we got to have an intro story. Russell, what's the story to put in here? And so it knows exactly how to do my voice, okay? So it creates a voice style sheet for each different thing. So there's a voice style sheet for my books, there's a voice style sheet for my podcast, a voice style sheet for my emails that's going to learn and understand you. And what's cool is every time I add more stuff into it, it learns and it updates that style sheet in real time, so it gets better and better and always sounds just like you, okay? Now this is the next cool part. Okay, if you think that's cool, type cool in right now, but I'm about to do a double cool here in a second. Type in cool if this is cool. Okay, all right, you guys ready for double cool? We used to do these events where I would have everybody come to Boise, and I would teach story. And we go deep into story structure and everything, and I spent like 4 hours. They had to go in their own private corner, and they had to pull every story that they had out of their brain. And each story had to be tied to a false belief their customer actually had, and they had to then architect the entire story arc of that story. And then we started building out these huge databases of their story. We call it the story inventory or the story index, okay? Now what's cool about this is that you start throwing in your books, your emails, your YouTube videos, your podcasts, it will actually go and extracts your entire story inventory for you. this is insane. Type cool in if you see what I'm saying, okay? When I threw these books in there, it analyzes them all. It's like, hey, I found 600 stories inside your books. I'm like, dang, that's awesome, okay? So it pulls out the 600 stories in my story index, and if you click on the story index, it pops up and it's like, here's the actual story. It tells the entire story. I'm like, this is amazing. And it says, here's the story arc, what you have to do in the story. So it's like, here's your backstory here, and it weaves in all the details. If I'm missing any details, like you're missing this and this, but the rest of the story arc is there. And then it's like, pull out a bunch of hooks. So here's all the hooks I have. I'm like, oh my gosh, this is insane. Now imagine this. Chief of Staff now knows all this, okay? So I'm writing a webinar. I'm like, hey, what's up, Chief of Staff? Let's write this webinar. Go look at my story database, my story inventory, and find 10 stories that would fit in this spot. And it goes out there, it finds us all. Here's 10 different stories. Which one would you like to use? I'm like, oh, let's use that one. And then it's like, here's the story structure. Here's 5 hooks you could potentially use. Boom, and it's all in the database, right? It's all in the brain here. Or if you're like, hey, I want to do an Instagram reel today. Do I have any stories about blah, 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 blah? And it goes, it looks at my story database. It finds everything. It's like, here's 3 stories that fit there, and here's 5 hooks you could use for each one. I'm like, that made it easy. Grab my phone, and here's my hook. There's my story. And I go back. Here's the story based on the perfect story structure. Like, it is insane. I literally built this for me, you guys. I selfishly don't. Like, this was just for me, and I'm gonna let you guys all have it because it's insane, but you guys getting what we're putting down here? Okay, this is amazing. Okay, so it builds out story database. And so that's the goal for today, what I want you guys to do, is start building out your attractive character voice, okay? You're gonna go to the software, you're gonna create a character, and you're gonna go say, here's my book voice, my podcast, like whatever you got. Okay, and you're gonna just copy and paste files into it. It'll do all the hard work, extracting it, building out the stories, building the hooks, building everything, but it's gonna build this story inventory for you that we can then use tomorrow to start creating emails and video, like everything else we'll be doing this week, okay? All right, I already see it right now. But Russell, what if I haven't written any books yet? Okay, a couple of things. If you haven't written any books, that's okay. Where have you ever used your voice publicly, right? Maybe have you been on a Zoom call before? How many Zoom calls do you have? Okay, Zoom usually records almost everything. Grab Zoom calls that you've been in and throw that in there. Okay, have you ever spoke at church before or at something else? Have you ever spoke before? Take those transcripts if you find them. Have you ever written a journal before? Take your journal writing and upload in there. Okay, voice memos. Have you ever done voice memos to yourself or to somebody else? I use an app called Voxer. I haven't told you this yet. I extracted over the last 48 hours every Voxer message me you have ever done before together. Gosh. It's over 9,000 Voxers. And I just had AI go and extract 9,000 Voxers between Todd and I. So I have every conversation Todd have had in Voxer literally on my computer right now. I can just like upload that as a voice, like Todd Russell conversation voice, and boom, it becomes a voice. Emails. Have you guys ever sent an email before? Take all your emails that you want and throw it in there as well. Okay? And if you're like, I still don't have anything, Russell, that's okay. If you don't have anything, there's a little button that says tell a story. And you click on tell a story and it pops up right now and says, do you want our creative director to ask you questions or you just want to riff? And you click the button and then you just talk. And you can tell 10 stories tonight or 20 stories or a billion stories tonight, as many as you want. I'm gonna show you guys one little hack. Do you guys want a hack? I used to type everything. How many of you guys still type? If you type in the comments, T-Y-P-E. Okay, if you type, I'm so sorry. I don't type anymore because of Todd. Todd and Ben Mood on my team both got me to stop typing. When we were doing the One Comma Club Challenge in January, Todd was showing AI stuff, and he just clicked this button, he would talk it, blah, 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 and then it would just do it all. I'm like, what? And then Ben set up my computer. It's called WhisperFlow, okay? So what you do is you go to AISecretChallenge.com/whisper, W-I-S-P-R. You install this on your computer. I think it's like $7 a month, yeah, $10 a month. Yeah. It's ridiculous, whatever it is. In fact, I looked in the last 30 days, Whisper has 158,000 words I put into Whisper, okay? I don't type anymore. I just click this button, like the button on your keyboard says FN. I always thought like the fun button, and no one's ever used it before. WhisperFlow hooks up to the fun button, and you just click it, and you just talk blah, 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 as long as you want. You just rant for as long as you want, okay? So what happens is tonight, you're gonna go in here, you can click on tell a story, and then it's gonna either guide you, or it's gonna be, you click on whatever one, and it's gonna ask you a question. You click the fun button after you install WhisperFlow, and you just talk for like 20 minutes, blah, 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 blah. When you're done, you can take your finger off, and it takes it all, puts it in there, and you click submit, and then it asks next question. You click fun, and then talk, and you just do that. By the time it's done, you've got this entire huge thing, and you can just talk, like, you just talk. You don't have to like worry about grammar or punctuation, or they just talk like you're talking to a friend for as long as you want. And then by the time you're done, it'll pull all your stories out, structure them correctly, pull the hooks out, does all the work for you. It is insane. It's going to change everything for you.
Yeah, I don't know if you knew this, but like they have an app for your phone too. Yeah. Like they can replace the Siri horrible voice to text that like always gets it wrong. So Whisperflow actually learns over time too. So like if you like backspace and change something, like it gets that update and it learns, oh, that's what he meant by that word when he said that. Yeah. Like so it actually gets really, really good over
It's
time.
really cool. Yeah. I'll say something like, I mean, and then it cleans that up. It uses AI to rewrite so it actually makes sense. But I promise you guys, this will change your life. So again, Whisperflow, again, there's the link, AISecretChallenge.com/WISPR. Go there. And then again, it's cheapest. Like, you'll never have to type again. Typing is such, like, when I type stuff now, I'm like, this is so annoying, like, how hard it is for my fingers. Like, this is insane. Again, last 30 days, 158,000 words I've used through Whisperflow, and it's changed everything. Like, this is how I write my emails, how we do our videos, webinar, everything happens now through Whisperflow. And so what's nice about this is, again, when you go in here to your attractive character voice, click tell a story, and use Whisperflow and just start telling stories, okay? And you should do a story every day, do a story every night, do it, like, just keep adding stuff, and it's gonna start building up your voice inside of the software. It's gonna start pulling out all your stories. It's gonna have all your hooks, your angles, and everything's gonna be in there, and it's gonna be amazing, okay? So if the URL doesn't work, try www.AISecretChallenge.com/whisper, or just Google Whisperflow, whatever, okay? Okay, so here's your homework for tonight, my friends. Now, obviously, to do the homework, you have to be able to log into Marketing Secrets AI. So if you're already a VIP, congratulations, the software's been unlocked for you. You can go in there. You got a 14-day trial. It's in there. Go to marketingsecrets.ai and just log in. You have a chance to go play with all the magic fun tools that are in there. So congratulations. If you can't log in for some reason, it
was support@marketingsecrets.com.
Support@marketingsecrets.com, not .ai. We should put that on a slide.
Maybe it's getting updated.
Everyone spam that in the comments so everyone knows if they get stuck. Type in support@marketingsecrets.com. Don't mess with us in the support. Okay, everyone's spamming it. There it is. Yeah, go in. If something happens, let us know there. But hopefully it'll work for you. Go to Marketing Secrets AI. It should be working. Okay. Now, if for some reason you didn't upgrade to VIP, now is your time. Okay. All you got to do is go to AISecretChallenge.com/VIP. Now, the cool thing about VIP is a couple things. Number one is every morning we do a VIP session. Todd did one this morning that was insane. The VIPs were going crazy. So you'll get those. It means tomorrow morning we'll start an hour earlier as a VIP. Number two, VIPs get all the replays of this entire week. Okay, so you get the VIPs. And number three, VIPs get 14-day trial to the Marketing Secrets AI software. Okay. Now, what's cool about it is in the past we always sell VIP for $197, but you get VIP for free just for creating a trial. That's it, okay? So what that means is you can use the trial of Marketing Secrets next 14 days. And if you're like, I don't want to do this anymore, you can cancel, and you still keep the replays, you still got all the VIP access, and you still got 14 days to play in the software. So that's the VIP pitch. It's crazy. 19% of you who signed up for the challenge already came from VIP. So 19% of you already have access. Just go to marketingsecrets.ai and go log in. If you were one of the 71, what's the math on that?
71.
Well, the 71% of people who didn't take my word for it, didn't upgrade to VIP, now is the time to actually do that. And you can go back and watch the replay from yesterday if you want to, but all you do is go to AISecretChallenge.com/VIP, upgrade, and that'll unlock the software for you to use tonight. Whew, okay, now I told you guys earlier, it was something?
81%.
81%. Oh, math, yeah. I'm so used to AI doing math, but I forgot how to do math.
You know, Russell, when we were growing up, they told us that we would never have a calculator in our pocket. So we had
They lied to us.
Now we have all the world's knowledge.
Yeah. Oh, man. Okay, so again, get your Marketing Secrets AI trial right now if you have it. And then, again, step number one, go to Marketing Secrets AI, get your free trial. And then step number two, get access to VIP, and all that stuff will be in there as well. Okay. And then again, I told you guys earlier, this is the other gift I want to give to you guys. Okay. This is your gift for hanging out with us. As you're building out your attractive character voice, the cool thing is it starts to learn about you. It learns your stories, learns your framework, learns what you teach, learns all your stuff. So it's like getting really, really smart. I was like, this is really powerful as a tool for me to use to be able to write better emails, do better VSLs, like be able to, like all the things I wanted to do. But I was like, I've seen other people who sell these apps, like $6,000 a year, to be able to come ask me any question you want. I'm like, well, I've already uploaded everything I know to my attractive character profile. I was like, hey, can we add a feature where we can set up basically a chat bot where someone can ask it a question, it'll ping my entire database, everything uploaded, and then it'll answer the question for people. And luckily for Todd and Winter and everyone on our team who's building, they're like, yeah, that's really easy to do. So they plugged it in for you guys, which is so cool. So what that means is as you're building your attractive character profile, there's a little button right here that says, I can't read it from here. It says coaching bot. Yeah, you click on coaching bot, okay? And then you can go and you can actually add a very specific coaching voice, like this is the way I coach if you want, or it'll learn that over time. It'll update your style sheet based on that. But you go in there and you can activate it, and what it'll do is it'll go create this little widget, and it gives you a link where you can embed it on a website, you can embed it inside a membership site, you can give people a direct link to it, but you have this, right? And then you can go and you can say, hey, email your list or go post on social media. Hey, you have a question for me? I just built out my attractive character coach. If you have a question for me, come check it out. And they come here, and I think on the next page, the very first step, it'll ask for their email address the first time they communicate with you. So they put in the email address, and guess what happens? You just got a lead, okay? Now this becomes the greatest lead magnet of all time for you. People are coming in, they're opting in, they become a lead, and now you have access to it, right? And then from there, it takes the next page. They can start asking questions, and you can go back and forth. You can ask questions, okay? And so again, it's very simple and easy to set up. After you've added a bunch of your context into the attractive character, setting up this coaching bot is so simple and so. I'm sorry, are you for real right now? Yes, George, I am for real right now. This is yeah. Everyone's freaking out. I know people sell these chat bots for like $4,000 or $5,000. Yeah, you get it for free because we love you. Just there you go. You guys cool if we over deliver? Yeah, okay, that's in there because I'm like, we already have all. When you're building our attractive care profile, all your best stuff's in there. We should just make this a thing. So yeah, we're not gonna charge you $5,000 that everyone else is charging for it. We'll just give it to you guys because we love you and want you to be successful. So again, if you're already VIP, you can log into marketingsecrets.ai to start playing with this. If you're not yet, go to AISecrets.challenge.com/VIP to upgrade to VIP, and then you'll have access to that and play with it again this weekend. And again, other people are selling these for $1,000 to $6,000 a year. You guys have access to it inside the software. And that we have something you can give away or you can sell and stuff like that. Okay, now some of you guys are like, Russell, how am I going to remember how to do all this? This is so confusing. Don't worry, I try to make it simple, okay? The goal of this sprint is to open up your minds what's possible, but when you log in the software, there's always a sprint button, okay? Click sprint button, and we always have a sprint to show you exactly how to do the thing we taught you. So click on that, it pops up right here, attractive character, you click on that, and it'll walk you through exactly how to go and set up your attractive character. Plus, I threw in there some bonus training. I did a really cool training a little while ago for my Inner Circle members. Only people who paid $50,000 had access to this. I thought, if I want you guys to be really good attractive characters, you probably need access to this. And so in here, this will show you how to set up your attractive character, and you're getting access to some Inner Circle training on how to develop your attractive character as well. So that'll be in there for free inside the sprint as well. So you click on sprint, watch that, it'll walk you step by step, and then you just follow the instructions, and tonight you can go and do that. It'll help you to, again, figure out your voice, but also help you actually set up the bot, okay? Whew. How you guys feeling right now? We've been going for a little bit, 95 minutes so far. You guys feeling good so far? If you're feeling good, type amazing in the comments. Type fired up in the comments. Type 7-figure shortcut, whatever you want to type in the comments. All right. Cool. This has been a fun day so far. Someone said overwhelming. Don't worry. I know it's going to be a little overwhelming. That's why we go step by step. You have a chance to get the replays. When this is done, our team will pop this out and you get the replays to go back and watch tonight. And if you're VIP, you'll have access to replays long term. Okay, let's throw slides back up really quick. So this is what we kind of covered today is how to get your attractive character voice, okay? Now, on walkthrough, what's going to be happening over the next 5 days, so you guys understand step by step what we're doing, okay? Again, today was all about helping us understand the 7-figure shortcut, okay? That was really understanding those 3 things, okay? Swipe files, attractive character voice, and then your creative director. Like, those are the 3 things, okay? Day number 2, tomorrow, we're going to reveal what I call the $1 billion breakthrough, okay? A lot of you guys know right now there's a lot of fear in the market for those who are creating courses and things like that, right? Because AI is kind of messing up that thing, okay? There's also people creating software, because I can create software and then someone can just clone it really quickly, and so like, there's fear there. Tomorrow we're gonna show you guys what I think, this is literally the $1 billion breakthrough. It's the thing that made ClickFunnels grow the way it did, and I've never talked about this publicly. This will be the first time we ever talked about this. So tomorrow we're gonna talk about the $1 billion breakthrough. Do not miss it. It is gonna be the key for you guys building something that's gonna last. If you're just using this to create a course, you're gonna lose. If you're just using this to create software, you're gonna lose. When you understand the $1 billion breakthrough, this is the secret. This is what's gonna give you value over the next 10 years in this marketplace. And those who understand it will be on a different level than everyone who doesn't understand it, okay? So do not miss tomorrow. The $1 billion breakthrough, first time we ever talked about this, okay? Day number 3 now, I'm gonna be building out with you guys your one-person marketing machine, okay? To be able to do all the marketing inside your business. Day number 4, Todd's coming back and he's gonna be talking about the one-person software machine. We're gonna show you guys how to actually build software. In fact, by the time day 4 is done, you will have software built. I know right now you're like, that's not possible. I'm not a developer. You will have software built by the end of day number 4. And day number 5, we're gonna teach you guys how to use these new AI skills you're learning to do some side hustles, make money on the side. So if you want, like, If you just want a way to make some quick cash, that's what Day Number 5 is about. How many of you guys want quick cash with AI? If it's so, type in AI quick cash in the chat, and we'll know the Day Number 5 is gonna be for you. Yeah, AI quick cash, let's go, let's go. We'll show you some really cool, quick ways to make money with AI on Day Number 5, okay? So again, today we really covered this. Tomorrow we're gonna cover how to use these other 2 pieces inside of Marketing Secrets of AI, because I got good news for you. Number 1, remember all the swipe file stuff I talked about? I have spent a countless number of hours taking all the best swipe files I have and actually building them into Marketing Secrets AI. So all of the work that I had to do and that most people normally have to do, I did it all for you. I'll show you that tomorrow, which is cool. And then also we built out a creative director inside of Marketing Secrets that will ask you the right questions to pull out your frameworks and your story. So that's already done. Tomorrow we're gonna give you that. So don't stress. All you gotta stress about today is like getting your voice into here, because that's the thing I cannot do on my own. The other 2 things I did for you. But this one you have to do. You got to go upload whatever you've created so it can capture your voice. Everything else I took care of for you. We'll show you tomorrow. And again, tomorrow I'll show you the $1 billion breakthrough. I'm going to give you a hint what the $1 billion breakthrough is, okay? You guys want a hint? If so, type hint. Give me a hint, Russell. Give me a hint. Okay, this is the hint, okay? If you're selling courses or info products or coaching right now, I got bad news for you. That business model is dead. Somebody's like, wait, what? I just heard about coaching. Wait, I just heard about courses. Wait. That model's dead, okay? That's number 1, okay? That's the bad news, okay? So then it's like, well, what do I do, Russell? How to make money? How do I provide value in the world? Okay, is it software? Okay? Well, yeah, maybe it's software. Except for the fact that, unfortunately, software is also dead. Okay? Think about this, you guys. You can go create a software program, you put it up online, and someone can see it, and the skill set you're gonna learn day 4 is they can literally go and they can just type it in, and it'll build the exact same thing for them. Okay? So software's dead. So that's scary, right? So it's like, well, Russell, if courses are dead and software's dead, where is the value in the marketplace? Like, if these things are no longer valuable, what is it that's going to get us to last beyond this? And that's what tomorrow's gonna be about. Oh, there's the tease, okay? And I'll give you a hint. I'm not gonna give you a hint. The hints show up tomorrow. I'm gonna show you exactly what it is, because when you understand this, you guys, it will shift everything for you, okay? Those who understand this will be in business in the next year. Those who don't will not be in business the next year. 100% promise you that, okay? So do not miss tomorrow. It is gonna blow your mind, okay? All right, here's what we're gonna do. Right now, I want to make sure you guys all have access, okay? So all our VIPs, go log in to Marketing Secrets of AI. Make sure you're in there. If you're not yet, you got 3 minutes to go log in and make sure you have access to it. Anyone who hasn't upgraded VIP, we're giving you 3 minutes to go upgrade to VIP. AIsecrets.com, AIsecretschallenge.com/VIP. Go upgrade. You got 3 minutes to sign up before we do our next thing. So Todd, while they're signing up, anything you want to tell these guys like about the AI front, just like they understand like how exciting this actually is?
Oh yeah, everything that's coming is like insane. So if you can't get in, like use a magic link. Like first off, like they're like, oh, how can't get in? Go type your email and send magic link. If for some reason your order didn't go to the same email you thought it was going to or something, like contact support, like they'll be able to help with that. But yeah, on the frontier of stuff is just changing so fast. And that's what we were trying to do here is we wanted to meet people with tools, training, education that grows with them, because things are changing like at breakneck speed. Literally, like I said this morning, I was presenting the other day, and I'm like, yeah, in the next day or two, a new model's gonna drop for this thing, and it's gonna change all this other stuff. And then like they're like, it just dropped 10 minutes ago. Like, how did you know?
While you're speaking.
I'm like, yeah, things are changing extremely fast. We had new image models drop yesterday, 2 days ago, whatever, a few days ago. So like things are just going crazy fast right now. And the software that we're building, we're basically building it for ourselves, like you said, to be able to use it internally, but to basically include everything that's changing, right? Like I'm out here using whatever the cutting edge tools are, whatever the risky tools are. Some people have mentioned like, oh, don't get hacked. Like, yeah, there's some real risk if you use some of these tools of actually exposing yourself if you don't know what you're doing or you expose things the wrong way, right? So like we're out here on the frontier finding what's working, finding the strategies that's working, using those things, and then bringing them back in, because I think that's the only way to keep up right now. Yeah. Frankly, there's enough spam, as you called it, propaganda, all over YouTube, all over Instagram, all over TikTok. Some of it's good, but most of it is just nonsense hype where it's like, this changes everything. And it's like every single video changes everything. Yeah. Like, it's like, oh, okay, well, so just everything change 24/7? It's like, that's not a maintainable worldview model in my world. Yeah. Like the way I think about it is I find experts that I trust in different categories, whether it's health, wellness, personal development, spirituality, and I go deep with those people and I delegate that area of decision-making and expertise to them. And that's what we're trying to do for you guys with AI, with what we're doing. Like a lot of us, funnels. A lot of you guys have followed us for a long time with business and sales and marketing and funnels. And like, that's also what we're doing here. And as you can tell, I'm super excited about it. I know you mentioned this morning, like I've like for years been doing AI stuff before like anyone was talking about it. And they're like, yeah, that's like what's cool. AI? Like you mean like Skynet? It's like ChatGPT wasn't a thing. These like, but we were using early models for that kind of stuff. Like we saw this coming, we saw the arc. And that's why when I had the opportunity like to really pivot my own attention and just like since summer 2025, I've been doing nothing but using AI for development, coding, building products, like doing the cutting edge stuff. And he goes from like, yeah, it didn't work too well, there's some issues, to like figuring out, and as a lot of people now know, as of like December, like everything's gonna change. The models are all better. Everything's like just light years ahead of where it was, and the capabilities and the long-term horizon for AI, like all the assumptions that, you know, I'd almost like doomsdayers have had for a long time on AI stuff. Yeah, that's happening. Like it's growing with breakneck speed.
Yeah, that's crazy. Well, I think definitely like what we try to create for you guys is different than what everyone else is doing. Because at first I was like, Todd, let's build a better Claude. And he's like, then Claude will beat us and these guys billions of dollars. And it's like, okay, what if we look at this differently? What if it's like we create a platform where the brain is all stored and gets smarter and smarter. And then there's chief of staff that leverages whatever's best at the time. So we're not trying to compete in anything. Instead, we're integrating with everything so that we make sure that whatever we're using internally as our, like, again, we have a team, we still have hundreds of employees that work for us, right? We wanted something for our entire team to be able to use as well. And also like right now we have people who are doing parts of my business where it's like, they want to, like they're writing an email for me, or they're doing something for me. And it's like, they're doing it and they send it to me, I'm like, oh, it's horrible. I'm like, I want to give them access to my attractive character. Like, hey, you're on my team, plug it here. Like you use my attractive character voice if you're writing something from me, or if you're scripting a webinar, that way I don't have to rewrite everything for you. And like, so like we're building stuff for us and then giving you guys access to it because it's the thing that's keeping us on the forefront of everything that's happening. And so that's what we're trying to do. And so it's amazing. So I'm excited for it. Hopefully you guys are as well. Yeah. Okay. All right, last thing. Again, hopefully you guys all got signed up. Your homework tonight, this is the biggest thing to do, just one thing tonight. Again, is log in, click on the sprint button, and then click on the attractive character sprint, okay? If you just do the attractive character sprint, that's the number one thing I want you to have done by tomorrow. So even if you don't touch the brain right now, touch anything else, like just do the attractive character sprint, okay? Again, it'll take you, like if you follow the videos, it's like 15 minutes for you to do it. If you watch the training, maybe an hour 15 if you want to go for the bonus training. But again, it'll take you 10, 15 minutes to go set up. That's the number one thing to do, the attractive character sprint. So what's the number one thing to do? Type in the comments. Attractive character sprint. Type in everybody. I want to see everybody know exactly what to do. ACS. ACS. You guys all abbreviate things. Maybe it's they're using Whisperflow. Yeah, that's the number one thing. If you guys do that tonight, watch it, go in and implement it. What happens is you start putting all those things in there, right? You can build out your attractive character coaching bot, which would be really, really cool. And if you don't have anything, at least click on that and go tell a story. And the cool thing is no one's going to listen to that story. It's just for you, but you start playing with that attractive character thing. So that's the number one thing, attractive character sprint. Go and do it. And like if you just do that, then you'll be prepared for